Central Minister Srikanth Jena joining the straight one-on-one debate on top of News Hour tonight with Pinaki Mishra of the BJD, who has said, and I want to repeat this tonight, in case you didn't know, Srikanth Jena, when we asked Pinaki Mishra for his reactions, he said that you were a frustrated man. He said you have not been given your due. You are frustrated at not being given the right portfolio, not being given an important cabinet role, and therefore all that you have said today, Pinaki Mishra says, and I don't say this, everything that you are saying today is a result of your political and professional frustrations. Srikanth Jena, I'm placing this on record. Pinaki Mishra, you stand by that? You stand by that, what you said about Srikanth Jena?
The way you put it is rather inelegant. May I couch it as elegantly as I had in the first round?
Please
what
do.
I had said
Please
was
do.
that I can understand
Yes.
Sri Jena's frustration and anger at his high command, and I can understand every Congress MP's frustration and anger. I can understand indeed every Congress workers' frustration and anger in Odisha with the high command. Arnab, Karnataka has 6 MPs, they have 6 ministers. Odisha has 6 MPs from the Congress and it has only 1 minister. And in fairness to Mr. Jena, he was a cabinet minister twice over in 96 and 97, both in Devegowda and Gujarat's cabinet. He held 2 very important portfolios of parliamentary affairs and tourism, both cabinet. And he has been treated very shabbily by this government. He has been given a Minister of State charge under a central minister who, as we know, Mr. Adagiri, is never seen in Delhi. He doesn't understand the language. It's bizarre. And I can understand Mr. Jena's complete frustration. It's quite different to say that he's a frustrated man. I never said that. I will not say that about Mr. Jena. I hold him in very high esteem. So I'm not going to say he's a frustrated man, as you put it. All I said was that I can understand his anger and frustration.
Yeah. So, in other words, I mean, despite your attempt to try and put it diplomatically, I don't like putting diplomatically things on the news. I like to be direct. You are saying tonight that the minister who is facing you on the news hour is accusing your state government of running a 250,000 crore rupees scam because he's politically frustrated. That's the point he makes. So first I want to start by asking the minister to respond to that.
Arnab, give me a couple of...
No, don't qualify.
No, let me.
If you're saying so, I'll come back to you for a counter. Do you stand by what you said this afternoon?
You've heard the minister, you've heard the minister make his charge in a high voltage press conference.
I want him to make his charge in front of you on News Hour tonight.
Very well.
And then I'll come back to you, Pinaki.
I've heard him. I don't need to
No,
hear
let
him
the
again.
viewer know. They'll come back to you. I'll come back to you for a counter. So tell me.
Very well.
Your response, Mr. Minister, are you sure that this figure that you put, 250,000 crore rupees, which Pinaki Mishra says is a figment of your imagination, you have not backed it up with any evidence? What makes you sure of this number? Mr. Jena, would you like to back up your charge? Mr. Jena.
Actually, thank you, Arnab. Before I go to this figure and what I have alleged in my press conference and the press note is very simple. The main issue is today's press conference is on the basis of the revelation and the imposition of fine by Government of India on 27 mines owner. The fine is to the tune of 58,000 crore.
True.
And unless there is irregularities, illegality, this fine cannot be possible. The state government owe an answer, what for this fine then? This scam, which I have been writing letters after letters, in last month also, on 18th of September, I wrote a letter to the Chief Minister, and that was also given to the press, that nearly 4 lakh crore scam has taken place in the state of Odisha over a period of last 10 years. So now, by the action of the Chief Minister, by imposing this fine on 27 mine owner, that has been confirmed to my allegation that yes, if they go beyond 27 mine owners, perhaps it may cross 4 lakh crores. The violation has taken place, the irregularities has taken place,
Explain the irregularities.
Place, and the fine is only...
Explain the irregularities.
And it has happened only 2 days back.
Explain the irregularities.
Is the mines owner...
No,
Yes, the irregularity, as has been explained by the state government itself, The state government has said the areas which was earmarked for the exploitation of the extraction of the mining, they have gone beyond that. They have not accounted for. And if you look at these figures, then if that is totally in legal manner,
What's
if the
your defense?
irregularity has not taken place,
Pinaki
then
Mishra,
why isn't this imposition of fine there?
why are you imposing a 50,000 crore rupee fine if excess production is not criminal? A. B. How does excess production happen? C. Is it true or not that the excess production has happened co-terminus during the BJD government being in power? Therefore, aren't you directly culpable?
May I answer?
Yes.
May I answer?
Yes.
I wish Mr. Jena had first checked with his own colleague in the Ministry of Mines, or indeed checked with the Secretary of Mines. There are, Arnab, the way this happens is there is a Indian Bureau of Mines. The Indian Bureau of Mines gives you what is known as your mining area as well as the mining capacity. Now, the central government has repeatedly cautioned all state governments, including the Odisha government, and the dates I can give you specifically are on the 26th of July and the 5th of September, one by way of a gazette notification, the second by way of a letter of the Secretary, Ministry of Mines, Government of India, to the Chief Secretary, Government of Odisha, that any excess production that takes place within your mining area is not to be regarded as illegal mining. Please understand. So first of all, get this clear, and Mr. Jena should get this clear.
Then why are you, then no, if there is no violation, then why are you charging 50,000 crore rupees in fines?
Yes, Arnab, let me, first of all, the figure is not 50,000 or 58,000, it is 67,900.
So fine, 67,000 crores, 900, why are you charging that money in fines?
The parties who've been charged, can I tell you the parties who've been charged? The parties who've been charged are Tatas to the extent of 32,000 crores, SL to the extent of some 10-12,000 crores, and so on and so forth, which is, you know, the Aditya Birla Group. So these are very large industrial houses, not some fly-by-night thieves. Number two, and by the way, I must put in my caveat here that I represent some of the mining companies.
No,
so I understand
Mr. Mishra,
the law, which unfortunately Mr. Jena doesn't.
No,
One
Mr.
moment.
Mishra,
Let me just finish.
Mr. Mishra,
this is not a fine.
No, Mr. Mishra, allow me one question. Allow me one question, Mr. Mishra. This commission, Shah Commission, is it true or not that this commission appointed in December last year is right now wrapping up its work in the state? You have to be seen to be doing something, and hence in a state of absolute nervousness, when its final visit is culminating on the 11th of November, you have issued this notice. Why should we not put both together?
Now, if you want me to... No, you know, look, as far as BJD party MP is concerned, I must be fair and say that this action has been contemplated over the last 2.5 years. The figures which have been collated have actually been going on. So this has nothing to do with the Shah Commission wrapping up its report now. Number two, the Shah Commission remit is not with regard to Odisha alone.
How do I believe you on that?
It's with regard to Goa, Karnataka, Odisha.
How do I believe you on that?
I don't have to believe me. That's the factual position. That is the factual position. But be that as it may, this is not a fine. This is a recovery under Section 21 of the MMDR Act, which is, frankly, the state government has done it in the teeth of a central government directive that you can't do it.
No, one second.
Understand,
forget the central government directive.
Has said you cannot do it.
Forget the central government directive. I started tonight by saying, forget what the centre has said. I don't know whether the centre's position is the same as that of Shrikant Jena. But I must put that question to you, Mr. Jena. Tell me, why is your central government doing one thing and you are doing another thing? Why is the central government, by its act, quoting Section 21F of the MMRD Act, arguing that recoveries from excess mining within the lease area will not stand in a court of law? Why is the centre trying to protect the corporate groups? Please tell me today. Tell the people of this country why a central minister like you has a different position, and why your own government has a different position. I'm asking Mr. Jena.
Arnab, let me explain this position. If you look at my letter on 18th of September, and if you relate to the 18th of letter which I have already given to you, perhaps to your representative. So in the 18th of September letter, I have said the excess production and illegal production. The government of Odisha says the total production annually is 8 crore
Sir,
tons
I am
of iron
asking
ore
you
from
tonight.
Orissa.
I am asking you tonight. You are saying there's a mega
coming to that,
scam in your
I'm
state.
coming to your point.
No,
I'm
my
coming to your
question
point.
tonight is very simple. Let me simplify it for the viewer tonight. A central minister says there's a mega scam in Orissa. Sack the chief minister. I am asking the central minister tonight on Newshour that Mr. Minister, the chief minister, you're asking for his resignation. That's fine. Are you confronting the central Congress government for taking a position that will benefit the same corporates who you are questioning in Orissa? What about the position of your central government? Pinaki Mishra is also asking you.
No, the question is the central government position is very clear. If anybody goes
No.
beyond the rule of law and any company which is engaged in illegal
So
mining
why is the
operation
central
and
government
in the
trying
garb
to
of the
protect? Why is the central government trying to protect
He's not
private
answering the
companies
question.
from paying up the recoveries for excess or illegal mining? Why?
Arnab, can I?
No, I want Mr. Jena, please
in fairness,
understand.
Mr. Jena,
let me
He's not a lawyer.
Arnab, let
He
me
will not be
complete
able
this
to answer you.
whole thing. Let me explain my position very clearly. A, excess production and illegal production, irregular mining operation. There are three different things. And in this case, even the Tatas, Birlas and SL Mines or whatever mining owners in Orissa, they are also engaged in illegal mining operations. And the illegal mining operation, not only the big farms, there are 100, 200 mining operators. And
Sir,
only to
no, sir,
safeguard the
sir, the